Joining us right here is Ellen Chandler from Jackson Ski Touring Foundation. Ellen, how are you today?
I am fine, thank you.
It's wonderful to see you.
Yeah.
And this is your second year at the helm of Jackson Ski Touring.
Heading into that second season, you got it.
Absolutely. And really, the snow gods shined on you last year because of the early opening and great conditions all year long. And now you've already put a base down. You're well on your way.
We are on our way. And now I know what to be worried about, though. No, it's we're in good shape for the season. And the forecasted a couple inches of snow this overnight that we may get tonight is all we really need to open up for tomorrow.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
We were talking about the fact that we got the snow, and you're able to pack that down, so that gives you your base.
Yeah, it really helped. I mean, we've got a nice base on both at Prospect Farm and up off the Rocky Branch parking lot on the North Hall Trail.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So and some people did a little bit of skiing. I talked to somebody, I can't remember when it was, one of the first days. Like, yeah, I was out skiing at Jackson Ski Touring. It was,
oh, that's good to hear. I mean, I got out, and a number of my friends got out too, as I skied with friends, it's always just so fun to get out there on the trails.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just tool around.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we didn't go. We went. One day we went about 5 or 6 kilometers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so again, we'll hopefully get some snow down there. You guys will open up. Any idea of where you'll start opening up first, or?
Well, probably. I mean, I'm guessing if we're getting this sort of moderate amount of snow that they're forecasting, we'll be opening on these high elevation trails, and that's one of the nice things about our network. We have a variety of options.
Oh, absolutely.
But Prospect Farm is way up there at the end of Carter Notch Road, and then it just climbs up from there. So I'm guessing that Prospect Farm will be the first place we'll be able to groom, and then there's some good options up there, some rolling trails, some steeper trails, some amazing views. And that's one of the beautiful things about winter. All those pesky leaves go away and you can see forever.
That's right, those pesky leaves. Absolutely, and that is one of the things that I really enjoy about cross-country skiing, in that you can just kind of tool along, and when you want to stop, you can look and just listen.
Oh, yeah.
And being able to just be out there and enjoying it. And like you say, you can have conversations as you're going along.
Oh yeah, I call it conversational classic. Just skiing with a friend, side by side, chatting away. It's you can cover a lot of ground, both literally and figuratively.
Absolutely. And one of the great things about cross-country skiing is and I'll probably mess up the terms. You have skate skiing, and then you have track skiing?
Classic. It's called classic
okay,
skiing,
classic.
yeah.
Because I'm a classic. Yeah, I like the track.
Yeah.
So, oh boy, all of a sudden, there's where the two trails cross. Where's the track?
Yeah.
But it's nice because if different people like different variations, you can do that together.
Oh yes, and some of the trails, particularly up at Prospect Farm, a lot of the trails are fire roads or roads of old farm roads, I guess.
Yeah.
And so there's room for several tracks plus a big flat space out there for skating, and you can just go. It's nice. It's something for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I've got to do this year is I've got to take a lesson just to get better. I mean, and I think it's one of those things people think a lot of times cross-country, I can just go out and do it.
Yeah.
But you really should take a lesson and learn some of the basics.
Yes, I mean, and there's sort of two levels of lessons. And one is an intro lesson, and yes, I mean, almost anyone could teach him or herself to ski, but the trial and error might take longer than you'd like. And a lot of people come from a downhill skiing background, and there are a couple of things that are just completely different.
Right.
And especially in your poles and the use of your arms, which people don't think of your arms with cross-country skiing, but alpine skiers all want to keep their poles. They want to have their hands out there at all times. And we're in cross country, especially in classic skiing, they're swinging like a pendulum. Sometimes it helps to have someone point that out.
Right.
And then the next step is, after a lesson, almost everyone can go skiing. And they can go tour around, and they'll have a wonderful time. But sometimes when they get to a hill, maybe that's a little bit of a roadblock.
That would be me.
Oh, and I mean, and there's 2 sides to each hill. And we have lessons specifically for that, and it's a good stage 2 lesson.
Yeah, and because it is one of those things, can be a little bit daunting.
Yeah.
But then I see other people, and they're just like up and down. I'm like, wow, how do you do that? And it's just with a lesson, it's going to make it more enjoyable. Because like you say, you can teach yourself, but why not improve it? Then you'll go, wow, this is just so much more fun.
Invest one day and then have the rest of your winter to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
and it's not that you're not going to stop learning. You're still going to. We'll put you in a place where you know how to do certain things, and then you'll be able to teach yourself to do more.
Absolutely.
Or you can keep taking coaching. I mean, where it's very cool. There's a woman, Sadie Bjornsson, who's the top U.S. skier right now. She's actually leading the World Cup. I guarantee you, she probably doesn't call them lessons, but she gets coached every day.
You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, up there at Jackson Ski Touring, how many? You have tons and tons of trails. How do you measure? Because I think everybody measures them a little bit differently. What do you?
We measure them in kilometers. So some people say, how many acres of trails? I'm kind of like, well, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But we measure them in kilometers, and most trails are approximately 20 feet wide. So that sort of gives you an idea. And we have about 100 kilometers, and almost all of those, with a few backcountry exceptions, are part of our groomed network.
Yeah.
And the game plan is to groom at least 60 of them a day. So there's sort of a little bit of overlap or great degree of overlap, and then a few of them get groomed on a less regular basis. But so 100 kilometers is 60 miles. So 60 kilometers is about 48 miles.
Yeah. And when we were reading the ski report, they'll talk about track set and they'll talk about skate groom, because that's the two different types. So if you are a skate groomer, a skate skier,
sure,
you're going to look for that. But if you're like me, a track guy, you're going to look for the track set.
And with our trails, most of them have both.
We're going to have both. Yeah.
Most of them will have both. There are a few trails that have strictly classic tracks. There's one it's called Riverbank, and it's a classic.
Yeah.
And it's we always set it with 2 to 3 tracks along, so you can always talk and ski along there. And so that one almost never has skate grooming. Other times, that the snow sometimes it's just not deep enough to put the little classic tracks in. So at those times it might be all skate groomed, but those are sort of the outliers.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of those things that you'll be able to find the type of skiing. Now, where do you like to go when you go?
Well,
up there, Jackson Ski?
I mean, one of my all-time favorites is a trail called the East Pasture Loop, which is up past Black Mountain, and it's just it's a sort of a destination within a destination. You go to the remote parking lot. You start up at the Windy Hill Farm, and once you get started on that trail, there's no distractions. You do the whole loop, and it's transporting. It's just a beautiful trail. For day-to-day skiing, I just love going out on the close parts of the Ellis River Trail. You ski around the golf course, through the little covered bridge, under the tunnel, and then get out along the river. And there are numerous turn-back options, so no matter what kind of time I have, I can get back.
Right. And that's the beauty of cross-country, too, in that if you want to spend the day, you can do that. But if you want to go out for a half hour or whatever, you can do that.
And I mean, I encourage people, obviously I'm here to sell skiing, so I mean, I encourage people to get a season pass, because then there are these numerous trailheads. I mean, I was going to say, my other favorite trail is, we have a trail called the Wave, and it sort of encompasses several other trails. It was created for ski racing, and so it's very specifically designed with swooping corners, and we've just reworked it this summer to make it even better. It has a trailhead on Valley Crossroads, so there's no skiing across a golf course to get to it. You just park at Valley Crossroads, get on the trail, and all of a sudden you're in the midst of just a remarkable trail network. So,
and if you have the season pass, you don't have to stop at the.
Just get out and go.
Just get out and go.
And cross-country skis are so light, you can keep them in your car.
Right, as long as you don't have your convertible, because they don't fit.
Maybe a little slot in the
roof. A little slot, absolutely. Well, one of the things too, and I'll just kind of throw it out, it's a personal thing, that for me last year, because I had shoulder surgery the year before, that last year it just made my arms feel great. My shoulders felt better, everything else, just that motion, and just getting out. Actually I had hurt my knee. I'm a mess. But I was able to go out. There was no way that I would have been able to do downhill the way my knee felt last winter, but I could get out and cross-country ski. And I think that's such a neat way, and you can go at your pace.
Oh yes, and you can go at your own sort of adventure level. So I mean, maybe last year you weren't feeling super adventurous because you sort of said, I just need to stay upright at all times.
Right.
But I want to get a workout in. And then, when you're more completely healed, you can say, I want to try things that are a little bit more aggressive, and a little more devil-may-care.
Right. But that is one of the
Yeah.
great things that you
Yeah.
can get out and enjoy it. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you have a lot of people who exactly that. They can go out, as their body allows. And I hate to say it that I'm even saying because I'm getting older, but it is true. And being able to just be outside, that's the fabulous thing in the winter up here.
Well, and I think probably a lot of people have heard about our Friday Gliders program.
Yeah.
It's a program, and we have up to maybe 60 people show up on Friday afternoons and go skiing for 2 hours. And we have 3 different groups. I mean, one group just gets out the door and they're like rocket ships, and they show up 2 hours later. Another group is a little bit more conversational, still goes for some good distance. We have a third group, and that's the group, and I ski with that group. We never leave the golf course. It's a no-fall group. We have routes that you can ski for an hour, and you repeat some terrain, but you never touch a hill.
Yeah.
It's just to be out there and skiing and using the tracks and chatting with friends while you're skiing and making your body feel better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So if we get this snow, let's say tonight and tomorrow, when will you open up?
Mañana, maybe probably tomorrow. I mean, that's a goal. Might be Tuesday, just depending on if it comes in fluffy and has to be, extra work. But we are ready to go for tomorrow morning.
And then the hope is that you're open every day from then on.
That's the goal. And
Yeah.
we've been in the office, the ski shop's been open, we've been renting skis. We have a program where kids who are on ski teams, really anywhere in the region, can rent skis for the whole season. And we've been taking care of those kids.
That's great.
And, there's plenty of action in the shop and the touring center already.
Absolutely. And it's a great spot just to go and relax and,
yeah.
before or after skiing.
We got the puzzle table. We'll get the fireplace going. And we had a ski swap almost a month ago. We keep the equipment around, so we sort of have a secondhand ski shop going on in addition to a full service shop. But we have a sort of a secondhand zone so people can come in and do a little bargain shopping too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. So you can always check it out on the website, and the website is?
jacksonxc.org.
And so go on there. You can kind of find out the latest of when your favorite ski trails will be open, terrain there at Jackson Cross Country, and start skiing.
Kick and glide or skate or just make the most of winter.
Absolutely. Now, do you have any events or anything coming up that you wanted to throw out? Or?
We have in the works we're calling it a family ski rodeo for I think it's the 14th, that Saturday weekend. And it's the plan is to in the village. We're hoping to have the village trails open at that point, and we'll have some fun relay races, and we'll also have we have several ski joring harnesses that you can turn your dog into a sled dog.
Yeah.
They fit certain size dogs.
Squirrel.
I know, exactly. Hope your dog likes you.
Yeah.
But we'll have those that people can demo, and just some with sort of fun and games in the village. That's planned for the Saturday. I think that's Saturday the 14th.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Well, Ellen, thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, it's always a
Always
pleasure.
good to see you, and hopefully we'll see you out on the trails tomorrow.
Soon.
Absolutely. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.